welcome to the new video, guys. I hope you like the image that you see. This is from the new camera Nikon Z6. Okay guys, here it is. I'm honestly so hyped about this. I'm so happy that I switched back to Nikon. Recently in a video I talked about the whole Sony situation and why I sold it. Then I went through a long thinking process of which camera I should get next. And after doing a lot of research and thinking about it, I decided to remove all these other thoughts. I thought about getting a Fujifilm and I said myself, you know, you always liked Nikon, you started with Nikon. Why not try the Z6, which seems to be a great camera for both photo and video. And so it is, and the picture that you're currently seeing and watching on YouTube is filmed on a Nikon Z6. I couldn't be happier with a camera choice. I've tested it now all day long and I've never had that much fun shooting with something since 2 years, I guess. The feeling of shooting with a Nikon camera and the Nikon colors, I miss that so much, and even the way that this shot looks like. I swear I would never want my Sony camera back. This video is not a review or something like that. I would just like to get some test footage and show you how it looks like, just the first test footage. So this is also not the best settings probably, because I still need to find out everything. But this is my first test footage, and if you're wondering, I got the Nikon Z6 with the 24-70 kit lens to start with. Yeah, I'm just really hyped about this. Now I'm going to go outside with this setup here and get some shots, and I hope you enjoy. At the end I will give a final conclusion, and let's get this done. Okay, now I'm back home. Let's adjust this. I usually always give some first impressions, and whenever I test a piece of equipment or camera gear, I just give some very basic thoughts on especially how it was like using it. And I'm actually planning on doing a full review about the Nikon Z6 soon. So if you want to get all the specs and more detailed information, stay tuned for that. But for now, just a few thoughts. So first off, it was very nice using this. I really liked the way that you use it. I just really like Nikon and the interface and the way that it works. It has a nice grip on the side, the buttons, it has 2 buttons here on the grip. I have picture profile and I think white balance on that. The dial on the top is nice. I like that it has the display on the top and it's just nice. I especially like that you can easily switch between photo and video mode. and adjust the settings for both, or just separate the settings. That's what I really enjoyed. Then next up, quickly the colors. I've just always sort of like been a fan of Nikon colors, more like a personal preference, but I've talked about it before. Sony colors, I did not really like them, especially the cine picture profiles which I used. I did not really like the way that they look. I'm also making probably a whole video about the picture profiles on this camera, because it actually does not have lock, but there's this trick and you can create your own lock profile. And now I'm basically using HE, so hons.engl lock. I have created my own lock profile. So this is my own picture profile that I created with the Nikon software on my computer, which I think is super cool, but I can make a full video on how to do that. Otherwise they have the flat picture profile, and that is also pretty cool, but I like my own lock profile better. And I just think it's really nice to grade it, and I really like the picture profile, the dynamic range, the colors that it gives me. Then next up, the image stabilization is insane on this camera, like really insane. It was also good on the Sony, but this camera has two stabilizations and two different types. I think one in camera and one in the lens or something like that. And both combined, you just almost don't need the gimbal, for example. You can follow the subject walking and it's so smooth. So that's something that I really like about it. I also tested it now already for photography. I really like the full frame look, and I just think it's a great photography camera. It is very nice to use it, and it has a very clean image, a nice image, and yeah, there's not much to say about the photography side. Lastly, the resolution. It can shoot 4K up to 30 FPS and 1080p up to 120 FPS, so very slow motion, and that's all I ever need. That's enough for me. I just think this camera has it all, and this camera is packed with everything that I need. So lastly, who is this camera for? I think this camera is for everyone looking for a hybrid shooting camera, so photo and video, and it's just for people that have been maybe already using the Nikon ecosystem and been liking it. I would really recommend it, especially if you're shooting a lot of handheld stuff, because the stabilization is so good. And so if you're thinking about getting this versus the Sony a7 III, for example, I can only recommend this, and I just really liked using it. That is my final thought. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the test footage. We are slowly getting better here in FPV, which I think is cool. Yeah, I will hopefully see you there in the next video. Thank you a lot for tuning in, and thanks a lot for the support. Goodbye. Tschüss.